Hey there, everyone. We will get started here momentarily. I am just going to make sure that my audio is coming through out here on Facebook. Once I know that that is working, we will get up and running here shortly. Hey there, everyone. We will get started here momentarily. I am just going to make sure that my... All right, and now that has come through, so I know that you guys can hear me, unlike earlier, so we are going to get moving. We appreciate you always coming through on our Thursday edition of Beyond the Forecast. We do this every week as long as weather permits and as long as I am here. And this week, it's a different setup than what we've seen in the last month or two. It's been actually quite chilly out there so far today. Most of our temperatures have been held in check in the 70s. So where is this colder air coming from? So this is a model that the National Weather Service, NOAA, has at their disposal. It essentially uses some data to track where the air mass is coming from. And this is over 120 hours. So this is over the last 5 days of where the air mass that is over top of us right now has come from, and you trace it back towards Canada and then eventually into the Arctic. So 120 hours in the past from now, we had this air mass right there in the Arctic. Now, of course, it got modified a little bit. It's not as cold as what is happening up there. It got modified a little bit as it moved through Canada and is now pretty much directly over us currently, but it is a chillier air mass, and that's where we are getting some of these clouds and also the cooler temperatures, and it will be quite chilly tonight. We'll show you those temperatures here in just a moment, but a pretty cool tool that you can use if you look up the NOAA high split, so HYSPLIT model. You can do the same thing if you wanted to kind of see where the air mass is coming from. If it's a hot and muggy day, you can do it in that direction, and maybe if this was coming from Mexico or the Gulf of Mexico, it kind of goes in every which way, every direction that, if you have the reason or want to kind of discover where these air masses are coming from, you can do just that. Today's high temperature, 73 degrees in Saginaw. Normal is 83, so it was definitely chillier. But we started off the day on the muggy and warm side. We are now starting to see those clouds funneling on out off to the south and east, and they're also falling apart, which is going to give us a fairly clear overnight. Mostly clear skies to completely clear by tomorrow morning, and that's going to bring those temperatures down into a very cool setting. Now, I'm going to have to look back at the data, so you'll have to bear with me because I want to do this kind of live with you guys, and I'm going back to the National Weather Service Data Center. So I'm going into their climate section, and I'm going to look over the last month. So we're going to go back into June as to when the last time we had temperatures in the 40s may have been. I know it hasn't happened this month. Back on July 8th, we had a temperature of 54 degrees. That was the coldest we've seen so far this month. But back into June, we had 50 on June 11th. But 40s didn't happen, and they haven't happened since June 2nd. So we've made it about a month and a half since we've talked about temperatures in the 40s. And while it won't be the 40s for most of us, there could be some mid to upper 40s scattered about the area, especially in our usual cold spots in northern mid-Michigan. You can see the current temperatures all in the 60s will continue to fall down quickly tonight, and you can see those readings by tomorrow morning. Going to be in the upper 40s to low 50s right there at 5 a.m. as the sun rises. Will quickly peak as we go towards 5, 6 o'clock with lots of sunshine back into the mid to upper 70s, so a very nice Friday on the way. And we'll also come with some pretty pleasant mugginess. We're not going to have the super oppressive, humid, muggy, tropical settings that we have been talking about for the last several weeks. That's going to be in the pleasant category for most of the day on Friday. Then it peaks on Saturday. As you can probably guess, we're going to have some showers and storms coming along with that wave. And then we're right back down into more of that pleasant mugginess for Sunday and Monday, then right back off into the tropical setting Tuesday into Wednesday. High pressure is going to give us lots of clear skies and those nice sunny conditions for tonight into tomorrow. Then the frontal boundary will approach the area, going to give us a scattered variety of showers and storms. As of right now, doesn't look like anything significantly severe. Wouldn't be surprised if a couple spots maybe in our area got put under a marginal risk, but as of right now, we don't have any risk designation that is off to our south and east. High pressure will then build back in for Sunday, giving us cooler weather back into the 70s and less of that humidity as well. As you can see on our severe weather outlook, we have just a general thunderstorm risk. The darker green, which is that marginal threat, is down to our south. Then as we go into next week, particularly the middle of next week, see that bullseye of hot and humid weather is right there across Missouri, Tennessee Valley, the deep south and the mid-south, the mid-Mississippi Valley, while even us here, we are in those darker reds, which is a good indication of hotter conditions and higher humidity, which is exactly what we are likely to see Wednesday into Thursday. Even Tuesday, not going to be all that comfortable as the humidity rises and our temperatures will get well into the 80s. So if you enjoy these cooler, more refreshing conditions that we have not only today, but through what looks to be next Monday, outside of that brief jump on Saturday, get out and enjoy it, because we are going to be back into the summer heat and humidity Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right, everyone, we apologize for the late start of our Beyond the Forecast, but anytime you guys are taking the time to watch us, we are greatly, greatly appreciative of you doing so. And even if you come back to this video later on or you watch it later on, then as opposed to when we were live, we appreciate you doing so as well, to keep yourself informed and updated as to what's coming along the line and maybe help you learn a thing or two, especially with that cooler weather and where that is coming from, straight in from the Arctic. So you can tell your friends and family, hey, it's cool here this morning. If you're waking up and starting your day early on Friday, hey, it's cool this morning because this air mass is coming in from the Arctic. So pretty cool stuff to kind of get to know and learn a little bit more about. That's going to wrap it up for us here on our Facebook and YouTube Lives. We will be back next Thursday, weather permitting. You can see that we have scattered thunderstorms on our 7-day forecast, so may have to just jump in with severe weather coverage as opposed to our Beyond the Forecast. But regardless, we'll keep you up to date and informed on any weather that could impact you on a daily basis.